A very warm welcome everyone, my name is Nick, we're on the ZX Spectrum and this time we're looking at a game called Auf Wiedersehen Pet, published by Tynesoft in 1984. It's based on a TV show from the BBC in a similar time span, and this game also came out on the Commodore 64 and the BBC Micro. Now the TV series, I believe, run for 5 series, where essentially you, the show was some migrant workers working on construction sites across Europe. I didn't really see it as a kid, to be honest with you, but in this game you control Oz, as these instructions will tell you, and it is 3 mini games, and I'm already a little bit worried about this game because Tynesoft aren't known for the best games in the world. The first game you must lay bricks, the second one you must steal drinks and avoid barmaids, and the third one you must memorise your route home in pitch blackness. So here is a summary then. First part of your adventure is laying bricks, which I just told you. Essentially you are a bricklayer, so you must avoid falling trails, get those bricks, and yeah, that's essentially it. Now, I think this game is going to feel a little bit like a type-in game, and it's been more reading than anything else. There's a second part, which you look at those graphics, you have to get the lager, avoid bumping into tables, and avoid those those barmaids. I will be controlling this on the joystick, but if that is no good, I'll go back to keys. So, did you see the show Auf Wiedersehen Pet, starring Jimmy Nall as one of the characters, Oz I believe? It was a bit early for me. I seem to remember it a little bit, but not a great deal. But obviously it was popular because it ran for 5 series. This game does support the current micro-speech if you want, but I don't think you're going to gain too much on that. And there's the controls if you want to know them. I've been told this is a bad game, but we'll see if that's the case. Nice tune. It isn't a nice tune, is it? Right, as a stickman, is this me in the game? No, I think this is an intro. Another day dawns at a typical Dusseldorf building site. Right, we're construction workers. We do a day's work, then we go back to our hotel and we spend the money on drink and chasing women and generally get into trouble. Right, here I am. This is the building site. Cement. That stickman I think is me. Joystick, right. And I'm laying bricks and I've fallen off the work site. And that's it. What? What is going on to the next stage? That's terrible. I was just trying to get used to the controls. I fell off the work site and you get to level 2. Right, that's not promising so far. Let's see what this is. Right, so this is the next stage, which sees you out on the town after falling off the building site, stealing drinks and avoiding barmaids. So let's see if the controls are a little bit better on this one. It might be something to do with the joystick maybe. Let's try and let it off for the time being. So there's the city skyscape of Dusseldorf. Do you recognise it? You probably don't, because it probably doesn't look like Dusseldorf at all. Press any key to continue. Right, get ready for it. Yes. It's written in basic, this, you can tell. Right, the beer keller. This is the pub. You see those beer glasses on tables there in yellow? Here I am, going up in a lift, it looks. Right, here I am, right. Oh, the controls aren't working that well. And I've bumped into a wall, which means I'm dead, and that's the end of the stage. Brilliant. When I say brilliant, I mean the complete opposite of brilliant. I mean awful. Right, let's see this third stage then. And then we'll try it on keys instead to see if that makes a blind bit of difference. So Oz, after falling off the building site and then walking into a wall in an attempt to steal beer, he's a little bit dazed and needs to walk home. He needs to avoid bumping into the police or any armed security guards. And he does that by memorising a route home after all the lights have failed. Yes, I know, exciting stuff, isn't it? But stand by for super excitement. Maybe. It's really taking you on an adventure and makes you want to watch the show, doesn't it, really? Right. The bars close and the street lamps flicker and die. Like, hopefully, I hope this game would die. Oz is tired and wants to go home to the sanctuary. That's where they're staying. Or hut. Right, okay. Stamina count. The gameplay isn't quick on this, is it? A lot is waiting around reading stuff. So, there's the home up the top there with a flashing yellow light on it. All the police cars represented in green. We must find a route through all those without bumping into any of them. So remember where they are, somehow. Try to remember that. The lights are going to go off in a minute. So we've got to memorise the route back. We're that stick man down the bottom. Right, that light's out. So that blanks out a bit of the map, so we don't know where we are. What's your favourite game of the three? I've got them all jointly. I would say jointly in first place, but I've got them all jointly in last place. So that blacks out that bit of the map. It's not all going to black out, I don't think. I think just a lot of it will do. Right, so top right's gone, the left's gone, the bottom's gone. I think I can remember my way around that. This takes absolutely ages to load or do its stuff. Right, and that bit's going black as well. So virtually impossible. So we've got left, right, forward and back. And I've gone up one square and it seems to have gone wrong. No, there we go. I've got two squares bumped into a police car. This is rubbish. This is absolutely rubbish. Terrible game. Sorry, Bob Carr, but this is terrible. What were you thinking? Right, we'll go on keys this time. See if that makes a blind bit of difference. But it's awful. You fail once, you don't get another go at the stage. It moves on to the next one. You can't get any rhythm. The game's uninteresting. It's very basic. It's crap, isn't it? Capital K. Right, let's have a few more goes on it, Ren, just in case it warms to me or somehow comes alive. I don't think it's going to come alive at all. Right, I'm ready for it this time. Don't fall off the building site. Get your buttons ready. Diddly-did-did. What do you think of this game? Do you love it? Is your favourite game ever? Or is it terrible? Like, yeah, right. These game tie-ins tend to be quite bad. Right. Oh, man. EastEnders was a bad one. Let's have a look at that as well. Dukes of Hazzard weren't so bad compared to this. Genius compared to this. Fall Guy, Knight Rider. Very rarely do you get a good game tie-in license. I mean, Flintstones game reviewed quite a while ago. That was like watching paint dry. But this one is up there, EastEnders, as awful. Yes, Prime Minister wasn't too bad. That was a typing one. I've bashed into the wall again, and that's that. I can't take this. I'll only be playing this once in my life, and that is for this game. Do you play this one a lot? Is it one you go back to quite a bit because you're such a fan of the TV show? Or is it something you're glad you never saw as a kid, never going to be tracking down or never see again? I mean, this might be up there with Jack and the Beanstalk as my least favourite game of all time. Now, there was a bad compilation set that I reviewed called Don't Buy This, which include Fido and a number of other games. Although they were bad, at least they were funny, and I could enjoy them for the fun factor and the stupid factor. This is just plain frustrating. Gameplay is flawed, takes too long to get into. As soon as you fail once, it goes to the next stage. It doesn't give you a number of goes at the same stage. You can't build any love for it. You can't get used to it. You can't improve your gameplay, and it's all round poor. It's a snooze fest. It's infuriation. As you can tell, I don't like it. But as I said, if you do like it, comment below and let me know why. If you agree with me, also comment below. See, I've included everything there. And if you can think of a worse game than this, or a worse TV tie-in that I haven't covered, then let me know. Right, one last go. See if I can do the brick bit at least. No, I'm not having another go because it's addictive. I'm just for the sake of the length of the review. I don't know what's going to happen there if you complete this stage. Right, here we go. Left and right. Left and right. Try and build the wall up to the top of the screen and avoid all those blue icons, those Eric things. Up one, down one. Right, that's avoided the trail. Who's throwing these trails down? It's a very dangerous site. We've lasted longer than before. I think we need up, don't we? We need up. Can't avoid that. What's a safe place to do the up bit? Right, at least we're not falling off here. It's hardly Load Runner, is it? That's why I'm probably my favourite Stickman game. Right, up one again. Let's do another row. I mean, I doubt you get much reward even... Oh, look at that. I doubt you get much reward even if you do that. Let's just see if we can steal one drink from this fabled bar in Dusseldorf. You need a lot of drinks for this before this gets any good. Possibly all the alcohol in the entire world. A beer keller. Right, if you're from Dusseldorf, is this quite representative of the nightlife there? If so, then let me know. If not, let me know. Right, I haven't bashed into the wall yet. There's the barmaids in magenta. And we've stolen a glass of beer. Hooray! Right, that's one lot. And then I've walked into the wall. I've become one with the wall. And that's that. I can't remember the theme music of Auf Wiedersehen Pet, but I do remember Jimmy Now quite well. He was to go on to have a few records released, most notably Crocodile Shoes, If You Can Bear It. After this, it looked quite good. Type in Crocodile Shoes, Jimmy Now, in the YouTube comments and see what you think of that song. But this game makes that song look brilliant. Crocodile shoes, whatever that song's about. I think it's a warning about having shoes made out of live crocodiles that chomp your feet, perhaps. Right, this is our last chance. Had about a drink about an hour ago. Right, this is our last chance to do this, because we won't be coming back to this in my lifetime, ever. Unless it's a punishment. Unless I get sent to jail and this is my punishment for some heinous crime I've forgotten I've done. I think the heinous crime was writing this game in the first place. Am I being too cruel on this game? I don't think so. As a game you can actually go out and buy, it feels like a typing game. And if I had typed in this game, I'd think, oh god, I've just wasted a whole day typing this in. Why did I bother? Right, here's our path here. We haven't bashed into anything as of yet. We've been quite fortunate that only the top bit of the map's black this time. So we can navigate our way through the bottom half quite easily, one would have thought. Right, there we go. Now I can't remember where everything else is. Come on, Oz, get home. Go round the outside maybe, in. Oh, now we've crashed into a police car and that's that. Yeah, well, I think that's the end of the game, folks. We had 3 goes. Well, I hope you liked having a look at that. I sure didn't. That was Auf Wiedersehen Pet on the ZX Spectrum 48K, published by Tynesoft in 1984 and based on the TV series of a similar time. This game was awful. It played awful, graphics were uninspiring, sound was poor, and it was just all-round rubbish. If you've got any thoughts about this game, or anything similar, or anything retro at all, then please put those below. You're always more than welcome. Thanks for tolerating that one, because it was a bad one. A big thank you to everyone that's subscribed so far. A huge thank you there. It helps the channel grow and push forward. If you want to help the channel a bit more, there's patreon.com/njenkin. Every bit really does help. Until next time, take great care of yourself and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.